Hello YouTube, Sethonan here on the Daily Grind. This is Command & Conquer Rivals and I have finally made it to Masters League. And I'm going to proceed to show you my last 10 matches featuring my basic deck that consists of Rifleman, Rocketman, Flame Troopers, a tank, a chopper, and a bomber plane. In the case of Nod, that's the Banshee. The Venom have the Scorpion tank, militants, Flame Troopers, and laser squads. I'm still reading on the Reddit forums this notion that if the opponent has higher level units than you and you are not on Tiberium League, then he sucks at the game because he should already be Tiberium if he has high level units. And I say BS to that. There are some perfectly fine players on the lower leagues, be it Gold, Diamond, Platinum, and Masters. If I don't know if you have noticed, but it's called Masters for a reason. These are not improvised players. These are not mediocre guys. Like maybe that excuse, maybe that argument of them having high level units and still being stuck at silver or gold held some weight a month ago. But right now, there are a lot of good players that are still stuck in gold, in diamond, in platinum, and in masters. And that's because there are better players that have already defeated them. And sometimes I have experienced that going from diamond to platinum to masters. What happens is that there's a group of players that are in the same league as you, that have a similar skill level, that play the game very well, just not at pro level. They play the game very well, just not at pro level. And we are stuck playing each other. And we can keep ourselves from doing that, because be it we all play more or less the same time, and since there are no real benefits from grinding out ranks in Command & Conquer Rivals, it doesn't pay for playing more than 20 or 30 minutes a day. So some of us just play our dailies and then we stop playing for that day, so we climb the slower. And even if a guy were to win 10 times in a row every day, he wouldn't make Tiberium in just a couple of weeks by just playing 10 times a day. I feel that other content creators or some other posters in the web forums are being kind of dishonest by not specifying just how long they play every day or how many matches they play every day. Because there is like this reticence to admit just how much people spend in games and just how much they play. From the numbers I'm pulling, I personally, myself, would need to play around 4 hours every day to make Tiberium in a week. Not from Masters. Starting from 0 to Tiberium in a week, I will need around 4 hours every day. and winning with an 80% rate or maybe a 75% rate. So perhaps some 60, 70 matches per day. And that's not peanuts. That's borderline addictive. Like since there are no rewards except medals for playing more than 10 times a day, anything, any match played beyond your 10th match, or by the time you stop getting the bonus 1000 experience, that's actually inefficient to play that way. But it takes longer to climb the ranks because even if you won your 10 times in a row, you have to play 5 GDI and 5 not matches. So that's not enough points to rank up completely in one day from one league to the other, especially not in Masters where you don't get the streak bonuses anymore. That's something that I didn't know and found out the hard way, that once you reach Masters League, you pretty much need to get challenge matches to keep climbing up. Because you're only getting 17, 18 medals. Sometimes you get 21 medals per match that you win, and you lose upwards of 20 medals per match that you lose in Masters. So a very short losing streak can set you back a whole day of grinding. So people are not being completely honest about how long they play every day or how many matches they play every day. I feel that's the case, that people are not disclosing properly just how long they play, just to build up this persona that I just play. And I don't mean other content creators. I mean posters on Reddit and posters on the actual comments on videos. They are not being completely honest about how long they play, how many matches it took for them to reach whatever league they are bragging about. I'm playing sometimes, some days I have been playing 30 to 40 matches. But lately I'm just playing 10 to 20. Today I'm just showing you the last 10 matches of the day because that's the amount of replays that this thing actually holds in memory. And who was I playing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the amount of matches that this thing actually holds on record. But today I did play around 25 matches. And that was because yesterday I had very bad losing streaks. And I had to make up for the points lost. I should be in Masters 2 already. But since you can go back from Masters 2 to Masters 3, I'm already back at Masters 3 and I have to get back up to Masters 2 before pushing. It is not bothering me right now because I still need a lot of money and cards to rank up my army to 9. I want to reach Siberian with at least a level 9 army so as not to be that much underpowered compared to the guys that are already there. And I see no point. You get no prizes. I mean, you don't get anything except bragging rights of sorts. That's bragging rights with a big quote unquote. Because if you are able to actually defeat someone with 3 or more levels on his units, then yeah, in that particular case, that guy is sleeping at the wheel or he really sucks. Because that's a very big difference. A very big difference in levels. The performance of the units with a difference of 3 levels is very noticeable, and it is a factor when playing. Establishing battlefield control. So if you're winning consistently versus some other guy, you're either way, way better than him, or he sucks at playing. And you don't get skills from one day to the other. That's not how skills work. If that were the case, people would be able to switch from gymnastics to billiards to racing cars at the flip of a switch. And that just doesn't happen. Even if it's video games. So if you improve a lot, then perhaps it's maybe something that is in this reel that is called the newbie effect. When you start out a new activity, your improvements are more pronounced in the beginning, because you go from knowing nothing or knowing very little to knowing a lot in a very short amount of time. The mastering a new skill takes a lot of time, and it's not something that is done on a whim. I'm getting lost there. Because actually this game, this match was very hard for me when I was actually playing it, not in the review. Yeah, I was on point at the last part. Practice. It not only makes perfect, but it makes improving faster. And like in this case,
establishing
this
battlefield
guy
control.
that has higher level units.
3, 2, 1. New objective
Well,
received.
you will see.
Unit ready. Harvester ready.
Some matches that you will be able to win versus guys with higher level units than you,
Unit ready.
it's shenanigans.
Online.
And
Unit lost.
for example, this one I'm not proud of,
Unit lost.
because I relied on a lot of shenanigans using the launch pads
Unit ready.
to win. And for me personally, that's not a skill. That is abusing the game. Some will say, yeah, it's a skill because the other guy didn't react in time, like this missile that I went. But truth is that he could have turned it around at any point in the game, because he got distracted. And if you have to count on your opponent being distracted, or if you have to count on your opponent not playing well for you to win, it's shenanigans and not skills. And this match in particular was just shenanigans. It was me abusing the fact that this guy wasn't paying attention, didn't notice that I killed his harvester, and set up a bad matchup for his units at the last second, like this. Like I said, that's not me.
Unit launched.
playing better, that's my opponent playing worse. That's not skill. Uh, it's my rewatch, my replay, and I'm telling you to your face that that was not skill on
Establishing
my part.
battlefield
I don't
control.
consider that skill on my part. But anyways, practice. You have to practice a lot. I feel that a lot of content creators
New objective available.
are
Building
not being
online.
honest with guys about just how
Officer
long
ready.
it will take for them to be actually called good.
Unit ready.
Because I have yet to see, I have yet to play some of the
Defense
guys
online.
at Tiberium League,
Defense lost.
mainly because I'm not at
Unit
Tiberium
lost.
myself.
Unit lost. Building online.
Rifleman ready to move out.
But I don't feel
Unit ready. Unit lost.
if I reach Tiberium with an underdeveloped
Building
army,
online. Unit lost.
then I'm going to have an excuse and say, oh well, it's because they have higher level units.
Unit lost.
That's why they won.
Warhead launched. Major structural damage perceived. Unit lost.
And
Unit ready.
Scouting ahead. Flank
I want to reach Tiberium with a high level army, like at least 9.
Unit ready.
I would really like to reach Tiberium with a level 10 army, just so
Defense online.
I could assess if I have the skills
Nuclear missile
to play
launched.
at Tiberium League.
moving out.
Defense lost.
I may be talking out of my ass. I have seen some replays from that league, and I feel there's a lot of shenanigans going on at
Unit
Tiberium
ready.
League.
Defense lost.
Like,
Enemy catalyst missile. Warhead
yeah,
nuclear weapon
they
launched.
micro real well for this game, but they also relies a lot on building enough pressure for the opponent to stop paying enough attention to what you are actually doing, that you can contest the paths and win through missiles.
1. New objective received.
I don't feel that there is
Officer ready.
a very big skill gap between the highest
Ready for action.
level players.
Unit ready.
The big names. I see them play and I don't see a big skill gap.
Unit ready.
I just don't see it.
Unit lost.
That skill gap, I love using Street Fighter as
Building online.
skill measurement,
Missile launched.
because that game, any of its incarnations,
Our base is under attack.
take at least good 400-500 hours of practice,
Unit ready.
of sitting down and
Unit lost. Defense
and
lost.
practicing the basic controls, the basic setups,
Unit ready.
developing the coordination, the hand-eye coordination to perform the special moves, the combos, knowing the footsie games, the matchups, that you can just watch some videos and do better instantly. There's a lot more physicality in. Oh, it's going to end up with a defeat for
Establishing
myself.
battlefield control.
The last video for today.
3, 2, 1.
When you
Objective
watch
available.
high level players for Street Fighter,
Officer ready.
and you know how to play the game, and you know just how hard it is for them to do what they are doing,
Unit lost. Unit lost. Building
you can
online.
tell
Unit ready.
that there's a big
Unit lost.
skill gap in players. you can tell when somebody is not on point,
Building online.
because sometimes even the top names at Street Fighter
Unit ready.
have a bad day and lose
Nuclear missile launched.
versus
Major
guys
structural
that
damage
they
received.
should have no business losing.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Moving ahead.
And I'm not seeing
Defense
this
lost.
in Command and Conquer Rivals. I see a lot of shenanigans. I see a lot of switching, moving units around,
Unit ready.
Rotor's on.
but there is no
Unit
no
lost.
true rhyme or reason.
Unit
And
lost.
this also stems from the fact that
Activating.
not everybody is playing the exact same deck. So some of the options are available for you, some of the options might not be available for you.
Unit lost.
And as such, you can't really assess, and there's also the unit levels discrepancy.
Unit ready.
You can't really assess who has better skill unless they start making tournaments where they force both players to use the exact same setup. Then we'll not be seeing a big skill gap when people are forced into mirror matches. That's where skill comes more into play. Anyways, well, that was all for the video, Command and Conquers. Um, I'm making this because some people on the Reddit forums seems to think that I just lose and lose and lose all day long, and that I whine because I am not in Tiberium. Well, let me tell you what. I know how to play, and I win most of my matches. My percentages are not that good because I started experimenting a lot with this game in the beginning. Like, for example, let me show you my armies. Yeah, armies. Yeah, here it is. My current ones are about 50, but I have been only using them steadily for the past 2 weeks. And I have some of these. For example, this one I'm terrible with armor with Nov. And there's this particular one where I have a 100% win rate, but that was just a single match I played with this particular setup, and that doesn't matter. There's a 66% rate with the disruptor that I recently got. There's this one that is mostly heavy armor, but I only played 3 battles with it. So you can really tell. I don't like the statistics in this game because they don't actually tell you anything at all. The seasons, and yeah, I'm not trying to sell myself as a pro player. I'm doing content for this just to show guys how it's like when you don't spend any money in the game, when you weren't one of the lucky beta players that got to keep all of their units, all of their levels, all of the cards, and everything already unlocked to design strategies around. So I'm using very basic armies, like you can see here. It's just infantry, 1 tank, 1 chopper, and 1 bomber unit, and it's the same for not. It's what has been working for me. It has drawbacks. There are some matches that I'm bound to lose if the enemy, for example, fields both the buggies and the anti-air vehicle, be it the bikes or the what is called the Rhino. the one with the missile launcher on GDI side, because this one, what's called the Pitbull, because they are more mobile than my own units, and these two counter air very well, and they are cheaper than a tank, and certainly cheaper than the bomber for each faction. And the North counterparts are even cheaper. So there's that to the video. I'm going to keep making content for this because I like the game very much. When you actually face someone around your skill level with the same level units, the matches are amazing. It's incredibly fun. The problem lies when you face somebody who has units that you cannot unlock. It's not that you don't have them, it's that you can't have them because they are locked. Like here, the level rewards. Like I'm about to unlock this thing, the Phantom, just very soon. I will be able to get it, but maybe not at 40 because it's also lock based. And I'm going to get the machine gunners and all that, but that will be in the future. So in the meantime, I'm just using very basic armies, very cheap armies, and that's giving me results. Those armies have put me through silver, gold, diamond, platinum, and now it's getting me through masters. It's very generic, but it works most of the time against everything. The only matches that I'm going to lose is when there's more than 3 levels. Pisses me off, doesn't matter that I don't lose medals, but it's still a loss. It goes against my statistics, and it's only because the units are higher level than mine, and certain deck compositions, if my opening doesn't counter completely what they are doing. Anyways, that's all for this video. This was Command & Conquer Rivals. If you enjoy the channel, see around. I'm not only uploading Command & Conquer Rivals, I'm also uploading Saint Seiya from Tencent, and there's also DC Legends, DC Unchained, and some other games I will be uploading in the future. This was the Thunder for the Daily Grind. We'll be seeing each other the next time, and in the meantime, keep grinding on.